Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. Oh, darn it. Y'all didn't even hear the music. My bad. Hello. Mm, Well, I mean, it's always technical difficulties out here. But so I feel like it's been ages since I've done a Friday open bar, you know? But I have a couple of videos here. One, I was given the proud endorsement from Van Balian. If you guys haven't known, Van Balian recently posted a video about a previously known sovereign citizen at a traffic stop, and he gave me a direct link to his court hearing that resulted from that traffic stop. And so we're going to take a look at that. And I got a couple of body worn camera video uh, videos that y'all suggested to me earlier this week, and we'll take a look at those as well. But yeah, it's going to be fun. But I want to get right to it. It's the trial's an hour long. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm definitely going to be, pushing past it. I don't want to spend a full hour on this, especially if it's not very entertaining. But yeah, just forewarning. All right, let me see here.
Let's see if you can spot.
Oh my god. So turn that. But I hope you guys had a good week. Hope you guys have some good plans for the weekend.
The victim of this crime.
Okay, so
State your name
all right, it does.
and you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
All right, please have a seat. And if you would please state your name and spell your last name for the record.
My first name is Michael, last is Merrill.
Believe law enforcement should be held to the highest standard of following the law.
Yes, I do.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do, sir.
All right, please go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. And once you're comfortable, if you would state your name and spell your last for the record, please.
Yep, I'm Nicholas Sherman. Last is SCHUREMAN.
And you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, please have a seat. And once you get situated, if you would please state your name and spell your last.
Ronald Darasvini, D as in David, ERD, SP as in Paul, INI.
Would please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth,
The nameless innocent man and
the
witness.
whole truth, nothing but the truth? Okay, please have a seat.
Do I ask myself a question first?
Please have a seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to advise you, since it's a little unusual,
You're heading back to Kitsap County, and please continue. How did you come into contact with the defendant?
We were driving northbound in the outside lane of Highway 16 from basically the Gig Harbor area. We were very close to entering back into Kitsap County, and I noticed in behind me in the inside lane of travel, a white Ford dually pickup truck overtaking me at a really high rate of speed. And we were still in Pierce County at that time. And I increased my speed up to about 70 miles an hour and saw that the vehicle was still overtaking me from behind. And at that point in time, what I did was I activated my rear emergency lights in my vehicle, which are red and blue lights, as kind of a warning to the person driving the pickup truck that they needed to slow down.
I mean, the speed limit's 60. Anything over that speeding.
They're speeding in Pierce County and he activated this. I just witnessed a crime. So, nevertheless, I know
Okay, Your Honor, the state's rude knowing that.
So already, with the way his body language, it looks extremely performative, and I already know it's going to irritate me.
It's objection.
Ask a question.
Okay. So after Mike Merrill activated his lights and impersonated a police officer in Pierce County, what did you do? I just backed off because I thought he had a legitimate emergency. I didn't know he was trying to communicate warnings or trying to exercise police authority outside of his jurisdiction, which is against the law.
Sustained.
Okay.
Is it safe and appropriate to activate your emergency lights and declare yourself in a state of emergency when there is no emergency?
You guys already know the drill. He's saying, oh my God, he's using his emergency lights. Therefore, there has to be some sort of insane emergency, whatever it is that you say it is. But we all know that's a classic BS. By the way, thank you very much, Raybot, for the $10 Australian. So after 8 years of practice as a lawyer in Australia, I've come across my first blown Sovcit. Truly hilarious bit is when he tries to use U.S. law in Australia. Wish me luck with this nut job. Wow, Ray. Good luck, man. Yeah, definitely share with us the story in the aftermath for sure. And thank you, Corrections 101, for the 8-month membership. The editing in this video is cringe. Yeah, I know. It's definitely high school AV club quality.
Yes, it is.
Is there any reason why you waited to cross the Kitsap County line to reduce your speed?
I activated my rear emergency lights.
Were you authorized to act in the official capacity of a Pierce County Sheriff in Pierce County?
Objection. Sustained.
Do you understand the statutes regarding police officer impersonation?
Objection. Sustained.
You state you were acting in your official capacity in the county of Pierce County. Is that authorized?
Objection. Sustained.
Do you understand that it is a crime to impersonate a peace officer in another county of which you don't have jurisdiction?
Again, Your Honor, objection.
Sustained. Move on.
Okay, we're going to overlook that crime. All right. Did you commit any crimes during this encounter?
No.
Objection.
Oops. Really don't want to talk about any crimes that they did, do they?
Because I knew that Mike Merrill was no longer acting in his official capacity because he broke the law in the previous
I
county.
would object to that testimony.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he's going to object because he's making declaratory statements that he committed a crime in open court. You can't do that.
I witnessed Mike Merrill break the law in Pierce County.
Objection.
We'll let him answer as to what he believes.
Okay, so therefore, Mike Merrill is now acting in a criminal capacity and subject to citizen's arrest.
All right.
So therefore, I knew that I was not dealing with an officer acting in their official capacity.
Joel that was driving the pickup truck, and he gave me a thumbs up with his right thumb and continued by me.
Oh, you little peasant. You gave me a thumbs up and
Peasant? You call him a peasant?
thought you could pass me on the freeway.
And as he was pulling away from me in the inside lane, that's when I activated my radar in the same direction, moving mode with the front antenna, and observed his vehicle speed to be 71 miles per hour, and it was locked at the unit. The defendant immediately asked me if there was an emergency. And I explained to him that, again, the reasons for the traffic stop. And he explained, so the stop is based solely for money at that point in time. I told him, no, the stop was about safety, and requested his driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
Initially, the $1,100, not initially making registration violation. So not initially the $1,100, not initially making registration.
What the hell is this sentence? So isn't it not initially the $1,100, not initially recognizing plates on the vehicle, right?
Alright. Yeah. So I could go for initial record if you guys want. If I could just get his information.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, did you catch the fraud in malice?
Wow.
We have on the record video evidence that this dirty, nasty foreign agent criminal
Born.
is intentionally falsifying a legal document and then lying about it too.
Did you commit any crimes during this encounter?
No.
Objection. And so after you requested that information, what happened then?
He basically told me that he wasn't going to answer any legal questions without an attorney.
Did your attorney call you?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Right.
Okay. Do you have any form of ID that you're willing to share with me?
I can answer any legal questions without legal counsel present.
It's not a legal question. Is there a form of ID that you're willing to share with me that you recognize, that you can identify yourself with?
I can answer any questions without legal counsel present.
Okay. All right. So again, you don't know if your attorney might be tomorrow before he'll be able to answer?
Again, it's not. I can't answer legal questions without legal counsel present. I don't know exactly what they're doing over there or what's going on, but I can't answer.
Would you provide me with your attorney's name and phone number so I could call him?
It isn't necessarily
Maybe
my
he'll answer
attorney
quicker.
specifically.
What's that?
It isn't my attorney specifically. It's legal counsel in general.
Okay. Do you have? How about if I contact a public defender? Would that work?
Sure.
And then we'll get one on the line, and you can talk to him while I'm here with you.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah. I'll talk to a public defender.
What's that?
Because I know the public defender isn't really representing me per se, but I'll see what they got to say.
Who would they be representing?
The state.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on the same team. Kind of like when you go into a courtroom. You got everybody under the same payroll.
So you'd rather have a...
So I always want to ask some of these guys, then who would be, like, who would sit in place of the judge? And who would be paying the judge? Who would be paying the public defender that you are entitled to be provided to by the government? Like, it doesn't, yeah.
private attorney.
Exactly. One that would represent me.
The people that you called, is it something that they have a specific time when they'll call you back?
They do not give me a specific time.
You want to try calling them back again for me?
Well, it's only been about 15 minutes. I mean,
Right. But
so
a traffic stop that we're
Peter.
on, we have to have done within, a reasonable amount of time. And you're the one that's extending this. You understand that, correct?
Okay. Well, then I'll talk to the public defender and I'll see if they call back in the meantime. See what the public defender's got to say.
Why don't you try calling the place again? Isn't that a reasonable request?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They might be pestered by it and say, well, because you keep calling us back, it's going to take even longer now.
That seems kind of silly.
Well, it happens all the time.
Huh?
It happens all the time.
Do you call them frequently?
No, I'm just saying in general.
How do you know? It happens all the time.
I'm just speaking in general terms. In general.
So that's your opinion. You don't know.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's all
What's
opinions.
that?
Highways are loud. I don't know if you've ever had an experience where your car broke down on the side of a highway, but highways are actually really loud.
It's all opinions. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, would you, for me, try calling them back to see if you can talk to somebody? Because I'd much rather have it be somebody that you would like to talk to instead of somebody you think I'm setting you up with.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So why don't you try calling them back?
Right on, Link.
Did you get a hold of your attorney?
Negative, sir.
What's that?
Negative.
No?
Not yet.
Okay, I need you to step from the vehicle, okay?
For what purpose?
Because you're going to be placed under arrest for obstructing.
Okay, so I can't answer any questions without legal
I
counsel
understand
present.
you can. I don't need you to answer any questions.
Oh, he's got the gloves
I
on.
just need you to step from the vehicle, please.
I can't get outside of the vehicle. My personal, or it's actually not a vehicle, but my
I'm
personal.
Come around that side, all right? And I'm going to
You used the wrong terminology.
open your door. You take off your seatbelt, and we'll get you placed in custody.
No,
and I'll
I'm
get
sorry.
You to
I
the
can't. I
jail,
can't.
okay?
No way. I can't do that
Okay,
without
don't
legal
place me
counsel
in
present.
danger over there, all right? Okay, what I'm going to end up doing, all right, I don't want to have to break your window or do anything else.
Were you prepared to inflict violence in an act of discovery?
Hmm? What? What the hell? I don't think that says object. But I don't know. I'm not good at reading lips and it's poor quality too, but thank you, Poetic Justice, for the 4 months. Oh my god.
Require you to rephrase that question.
Were you prepared to inflict property damage in an act of discovery?
I guess the state is just a little confused by the question.
Same. Rephrase the question.
Well, did you testify that you were prepared to break out the window of my property?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So were you prepared to break out the window in an act of discovering information for the purposes of collecting money?
Objection.
That's a loaded question.
Were you prepared to break out the window for information that would make it easier to charge bills?
Object to the form of the question.
Objection.
Sustained.
Were you prepared to break out the window to discover information? Me.
Objection. I mean, he's imbuing the motivation behind the officer.
A man.
No,
He was not prepared, but you testified you were going to break out the window.
I was prepared to break out the window in order to take you into custody after advising that you were under arrest. Yes.
Okay. Is breaking out a window considered an act of violence?
Yes.
Okay, did you have a warrant?
No, I did not.
No.
Can there be an arrest without due process of law?
No.
I don't understand your question.
Is it a danger to make an arrest without understanding the law?
Your Honor, I guess the state is objecting to this line of questioning on that particular ground. We discussed I think we discussed this partial motion.
Yeah. Sustained.
What was your cause of action?
Objection.
Objection.
Do you need a cause of action to make an arrest?
Objection.
Objection. Legal these are like legal conclusions.
Is a cause of action an essential component to authorize an arrest?
Objection.
And I guess
I would still object.
I don't really understand.
Great. Sustained. I understand the question.
Did you have probable cause?
Yes.
Probable cause? And could you please let us know what that was?
I made a request of you when I stopped you for the 2 infractions to provide your driver's license, registration certificate for your vehicle, and your proof of vehicle insurance, liability insurance, and you failed to provide any of those items or identify yourself.
And that gives probable cause.
Yes.
Well, no, but no. What is this stupid
Are
ass?
you sure?
The police officer must have articulable probable cause before detaining anyone. Understanding of probable cause. The police officer must have and be able to articulate probable cause that you have harmed, damaged a person or property, or B, the officer has a witness of you committing a crime, or the police officer witness you committing or about to commit a crime, or has a warrant for your arrest without probable cause. Well, the cause was he marked you for safety and potentially speeding. At least that's what it sounded like to me. That tells me that there may have been probable cause for the stop. And then once after that, he noticed that you didn't have the proper plates and you refused to give out your any sort of driver's license, any sort of information. As well. So there it is.
Liability insurance, and you failed to provide any of those items or identify yourself.
Exactly.
There's probable cause.
Just as every husband needs a wife, every child needs a parent, every teacher needs a pupil, so every crime needs a victim. No potential victim, possible victim, responsible victim, an actual victim. Unless you are an employee or have a contract with the state of Washington, so you are subject to 8 million codes where just about anything can be called a crime. Are you in the state of Washington? No, you're not, because the state of Washington is a foreign-owned corporation. Oh man, he is full blown Sovcit.
Yes.
He drank all the Kool-Aid.
Sure. Yes.
And here we are once again, folks. When he had no authority to operate as a Pierce County sheriff, he went ahead and did so anyways. That's also violating his oath and a little problem. So,
Okay, for what?
nice to you. I just want to throw.
All right, I'm skipping over his creepy ASMR stuff.
Jail. I mean, maybe because you.
Okay. I'll hang around and give you guys a hand. I mean, we have a reason to arrest him.
I'm drinking Shiner Holiday Cheer. Easily one of my favorite beers.
One more thing, folks. Don't ever forget, a real sheriff stands for the people.
Oh my God, stop it.
Step from the vehicle.
I can't step out of the
Okay.
protection of my personal property.
You
sir.
can step out of the vehicle, yes.
Because you're going to assault me and
No, we're not
kidnap
gonna
me.
assault you at
Oh, yeah,
all.
you're going to kidnap me.
No, all we're going to do is put you in handcuffs and
Yeah.
we're going to take you to the jail.
That's
and
an
book you
unlawful
for
arrest.
obstructing
That's
and-
that's an unlawful arrest.
So again, I'm asking you very politely, please take your seatbelt off and step out of the car.
I can't do anything without legal counsel
What's
present.
that?
I can't do anything without legal counsel present.
Okay, well, I've given you now, what are we, close to 40 minutes? You have the time it all on video. So are we about at 40 minutes now?
I've been stopping and restarting it. You want money? You're going to rob me now.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do, sir. Just so you know, so it's going to break. And I'm sure our risk management will cover it, but it's going to break. And
Well,
that
I can
way,
roll it down.
That way I know.
I can roll it down.
Okay, why don't you roll it all the way down?
No need to bust my window out.
What's that?
No need to bust my window.
Okay, all right. Okay. Please open your door for me.
I can't do that.
What is that?
Because you're going to assault me.
No, I'm not going to assault you.
Yes, you are. You just told me you're going to throw me in the back seat of a little tiny car.
We're gonna put you in handcuffs and we're gonna put you in a Crown Victoria.
A Crown Vic is not a tiny car. Come on now.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm
Yeah.
not an animal.
No.
Driving in the back seat of a vehicle makes you an animal now.
It's a Ford Crown Victoria.
Okay. But nevertheless, I'm still being taken into custody without my permission.
That's usually what happens when you're under arrest.
That's kidnapping.
No.
So you can't.
How do you open up the door?
You can't.
Okay.
It's equipped with anti-criminal carjacking theft devices.
Then
What?
you can.
Yeah, that door can open.
Okay. All right.
Let me give you some space. I'll put my bag in the back seat. I'm gonna go ahead and open it.
Go ahead and take your
How
seatbelt
in the
off.
heck did you open that door?
Go and take your seatbelt
Wait a
off.
minute, hold it. What are you doing?
Go and take your seatbelt
I'm
off.
filming this. I need to get
That's
this
fine.
Aliens as pirates, 18 USC 1596. What? And well, I guess the sheriff's deputies are now Somali pirates.
Our police powers in general delegated to the police by consent of we the people based on the promise not to violate the Constitution.
I'm not exactly sure how to answer that.
Completely stupid, or he knows.
You testified from the beginning, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And your oath is to the Constitution, is that correct?
No, I would object.
I don't know why you would object to that. I mean,
No,
yeah.
I fail to see the relevance.
I mean, it's not very relevant, but it's like it's something he can easily answer. Yes, he swore an oath to the Constitution for the United States and probably for the Constitution for the state of Washington as well.
He's under oath here. He's sworn to tell the truth. I fail to see how this. So,
Sustain, you can move on, Mr. Hayward.
Would you look at that? They really don't want to answer that question, do they? Move on.
You understand that violating your oath of office contract immediately strips you of any police powers.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Mike, I would like to thank you for your confession. We now have on the record that you knew that you didn't have any police power from the beginning.
Huh?
And ignorance of the law.
I don't know where he's getting that.
Especially for an officer of the law.
Okay, this is a traffic stop, correct?
Correct.
The word traffic is defined as commerce and.
Oh, God. Drink.
I'm not involved in commercial activity.
Educating either criminal or ignorant law officers of the law.
Realize I'm not involved in any commercial activity here. I'm not involved in any commercial activity. Noted.
Okay, noted.
Overall,
Don't care.
I'll let Mr. Hayward finish the question.
According to your testimony, your actions were based on traffic law, which includes license plates and all the documents that the person is legally required to provide, and this is all based on traffic law. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the traffic is defined as commerce.
No.
Your Honor, that's where I would.
I would object.
Is traffic defined as commerce?
I would object, and I would also, and I would, if I was the judge, I would say I would do what Judge Giroux did, saying that he's misinterpreting what the law actually is. And as a judge, you are charged with ensuring that the understanding of the law is accurate in open court. So him making that sort of declaratory statement that traffic is inherently related to commercial, ergo you only have to be in commerce in order to have a license, yada, yada, yada. I would just nip that at the bud.
The defendants were requesting that this fact witness define the law. I just don't see how that's.
Objects. I'm just asking that he define his understanding of the law, because this is the whole basis. He's holding us up at a gunpoint. He needs to know what he's doing.
Mr. Morrell, if Sergeant Morrell can answer the question as to what he believes traffic to be, I'll let him do that. But if you can answer that question.
For me, traffic would be the vehicles that are moving upon our roadways in the state.
Okay, do you understand that your definition of traffic is a layman's definition and not the legal definition of traffic?
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
So do you understand that you are upholding a legal definition of traffic while enforcing it based upon a layman's understanding of traffic
Wrong.
at gunpoint?
Objection.
And I would object to that.
You understand that your understanding of traffic is incorrect based on a legal standard that you are enforcing it.
Now he's testifying. I would object that he's testifying at this point.
Gunpoint.
Your Honor, state's just merely requesting that you take up the gunpoint. I don't see how that.
And honestly, I'm actually getting more and more annoyed with this prosecutor. I don't think he's obviously has never experienced a sovereign citizen before, and he's catching him at the wrong points. He's missing the point. It's not about at gunpoint because it sounds bad. The point is he's trying to make declarations about the law that's incorrect, and I would say that his questions are testimony.
To testify here.
Rephrase your question, Mr. Haywood.
Do you realize that your understanding of traffic is incorrect based on the legal definition while
Wrong.
you're holding legal laws?
No, I do not realize that.
Okay. You are
It's the-
enforcing traffic law without understanding the definition of traffic in its legal context.
I do
No.
not believe so, no.
but you just admitted that you don't know the legal definition of traffic.
I'm not aware of the legal definition of traffic.
Okay.
The Sovcit got one over on him.
To a
Honestly, I'm getting more and more annoyed by the judge and the prosecutor here.
legal traffic definition enforced by you would be out of line because you're operating on ignorance.
I don't believe that's the case.
You just confessed to it being the case. You don't know the legal definition of traffic. Is that correct? You just testified to that.
You
Yes, I
did.
do not know the legal definition of traffic.
And you enforced in a traffic law based on a foundation of ignorance of legality of the traffic definition.
I was enforcing the traffic law in the state of Washington, which I have done for the last 30 plus years.
With never knowing the legal definition of traffic.
I guess that would be the case.
And
This is you could say the judge should speak up, but ultimately my ire right now is with the prosecutor. Like he's actually winning he's actually putting the sheriff's deputy on the spot. He just testified that he didn't know what the legal definition of traffic was. But the prosecutor could have actually objected to this a long time ago, but didn't. He's instead of trying to object on other areas that are ancillary to the actual to what he's actually asking the deputy.
this legal traffic documentation is based on the non-legal traffic understanding. Is that correct?
Your Honor,
Thank you, Linda Live 72 for the $10 super sticker. I'll get through the other super chats
I need to stop because of safety and to obtain
after this video.
traffic documentation. That's based on the understanding of the layman's understanding of traffic and not the actual legal definition of traffic, which is what's used in courts and is the law.
I made the traffic stop based on a speed violation and a license or registration violation.
Based on your current understanding of traffic, which is not the legal one, right?
Based on my understanding of the laws in the state of Washington, yes.
Better answer.
Talking about specifically the meaning of traffic, because the whole law of the laws that you're using revolve around the understanding of the word traffic.
I would object to that because he didn't actually put it in the form of a question, but that's
In the state of Washington, you're required to obey the speed limits, and you're also required to have your vehicle registered and have that plate displayed. And that was what the basis of my traffic stop was.
And that's based on traffic law, right?
Correct.
Of which you don't know the understanding or the meaning of traffic.
I do not know the exact definitions of those things. No, I do not. I could not give them back to you verbatim.
Okay, so you were enforcing based on one principle, which is ignorance, but you were enforcing based on a legal definition, but you were presenting it in a layman's definition.
I do not believe that I was enforcing out of ignorance. No, that would not be accurate.
Okay, but you confessed that you don't know the legal definition.
I do not know. I cannot sit here and tell you the legal definition. No.
Can you please identify the victim of this crime? Objection.
oh my god. Did I? Oops. Oh, nice, Link.
An arrest is an act of force, is that correct?
It
Yes,
can be, yes.
it can be. He's right. It can be. Doesn't necessarily need to be at force, but yes, it can be.
Somebody against their will is an act of force, is that correct?
Yes,
Yes, it can be.
it can be.
And if done without the authority of law, that would be an act of kidnapping, is that correct?
objection sustained.
Okay,
But he's right. If he didn't have if somebody didn't have lawful authority, then yes, it could be construed as false imprisonment or kidnapping.
but if that force is used without the authority of law, it is a crime, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You testified that law enforcement should be held to the highest standards following the law. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it possible, without knowing the legal meanings of words backed by threats of violence, that you could be a danger to society without knowing the definitions? Objection.
Objection. Argumentative.
Change that to a little more understandable. By enforcing laws containing words you do not know the meaning of makes you a danger to society. Is that correct?
Objection. Sustained.
So you testified you witnessed a crime take place. Is that correct?
I've been waiting for this day.
There's a law that was broken, correct?
At what point in time did this crime take place, according to your recollection?
When the deputy stopped the vehicle. They advised me it was for a violation.
Okay, and that's when the crime took place.
A law was broken, yes.
Is that a crime or a violation?
Yes.
Violation.
Okay, well, I asked you when the crime took place.
I've been waiting for this day.
So
You know the difference between a crime and a violation?
I've been waiting for this day.
I don't
Oh,
even know
between
what he's
criminal
saying when he's going back
violation
to
and
the stop. I can't hear it.
traffic infraction or, so a criminal citation or a violation. They're both. Yes.
I've been waiting for this day.
You do know the difference?
Hmm.
Okay, so at what point in time did the crime take place?
When you were speeding.
Did you witness that yourself?
Nope, I was advised by another agency.
I've been waiting for this day.
So
I've been
that's-
waiting for
so
this
then
day.
your witness testimony is all based on hearsay.
Yes.
I've been waiting for this day.
So you're not a first-hand witness to
So who is saying that? Is that this officer or I don't know.
the crime take place at all.
I wasn't a witness of the violation, no.
I've been waiting for this day.
Okay, no further questions.
Redirect.
Just one or two questions. So you didn't observe the speeding.
Mhm.
Speeding is an infraction, correct?
Yes.
It's not a crime. You arrived on scene and you observed law enforcement attempting to get personal information from the victim.
That's correct.
He didn't comply with that request.
That's correct.
Is that a crime?
Yes. That,
Observe that.
yes.
No further questions.
Object.
Bam. All right. All right. That was actually a good redirect by the prosecutor. All right. So we get to a couple of points there.
He's coaching the witness.
Fair, just overruled. You can ask
No, that's not coaching the witness.
any additional questions.
Why is your story changing now after being coached by the prosecution? At what point in time the crime took place?
I've been waiting for this day.
What?
Repeat question, please.
Why is your story changing now as to what time the crime took place after being coached by the prosecution?
Your Honor, I am objecting to the
He was asking about, he was talking about the speeding. He was not talking about the obstruction. Those are two separate crimes, two separate violations, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Rephrase your question.
I've been waiting for this day.
Okay, why did your story change about when the crime took place? Either you witnessed the crime or not, is that correct?
I've been waiting for this day.
He didn't witness one crime, he witnessed another.
Okay, so why did your story change within the last 5 minutes?
Probably
Oh
due
my
to your
God.
way of questioning me.
I've been waiting for this day.
It's not understandable.
Okay, so the difference between a crime and infraction, you acknowledge you understood the difference, correct?
That's correct.
And when I asked you,
So
at
no
what point-
crime was committed.
Okay, and when I asked you at what point in time you've observed the crime, you said you observed speeding. But then when I asked you about speeding, you said you were just told that it was speeding. And the witness testimony to the point in time at which the crime took place is only a result of the prosecution's coaching. Is that correct?
No.
I've
Objection.
been waiting for this day.
You
Argumentative.
yourself did not testify as to what time the crime took place. Therefore, you didn't actually remember any crime taking place. Is that correct?
That's
No,
correct.
I've been waiting for
I
this
don't.
day.
I would say no. You did testify that you witnessed him obstruct
No.
whatever.
Anything further for Trevor Sherman?
nothing for the state.
All right, Sherman, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you witness any crime take place?
What do you mean?
Did you witness a crime?
I witnessed the speeding.
Okay, so you didn't witness any crime.
I witnessed speeding, which is a violation of law.
Okay, so then no witness to a crime.
I don't really understand the question, sir.
Do you know what a crime is?
I do know what a crime is.
Did you witness a crime?
I witnessed an infraction.
Okay. Well, a motion to strike all testimony from the record. This witness did even recognize that witness a crime.
Motion to strike all testimony. Oh my god.
Denied.
He's trying to infer the officer conspired to arrest him. Or it could have been, holy crap, I finally found a Sovcit in the wild. It's the first time I've experienced one. Could also be that.
They teach you the definition of traffic if you're enforcing traffic laws.
They teach me what?
What's the definition of traffic since you're enforcing traffic laws by force?
The definition of
Traffic? Yes.
I don't remember going over the definition of actual traffic now.
Okay. Well, traffic is legally defined as
Objection.
Sustained.
Objection. Yep, thank you. Fine. Okay, finally, they object at that point. Hey, Wazoo.
What's your understanding of the definition of traffic?
Your Honor, I would object to this.
Sustained.
Okay, does the
Same
definition?
grounds.
Object to
Litigating.
Okay.
calls for a legal conclusion.
If you
Or
didn't
asking
witness
him.
a crime, as far as I'm concerned, no crime took place. Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Farron, follow.
With respect to the vehicle in motion, you just testified you observed an infraction, correct?
Correct.
What was the infraction?
Speeding.
Okay, when the vehicle was stopped, as you testified it was, did you observe a crime take place
As the vehicle was stopped?
when it was stopped? After,
Objection, coaching the witness, come on.
Overruled.
There were no tabs on the license plate when we walked up on the license plate. That's the only other thing I observed, which would be another infraction.
maybe I'm just not able to formulate the question appropriately, but did Sergeant Merrill ask for?
Hold
when-
it. Is it just me, or is it a little odd that these witnesses are having such a hard time with describing witnessing a crime? They seem to need a lot of help in that department, which is a little strange. Usually when somebody witnesses a crime, they see somebody bust out a window or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
What is a kangaroo court? It's a court where the
Losing.
therefore by definition.
Best personal information.
Yes, and the defendant did not provide it, which is a misdemeanor.
That's right. Nothing further.
There we go.
Is there any reason why all of a sudden your memory of a crime changed over the last few minutes?
he's so mad.
Change in the crime.
You initially stated you witnessed a crime of speeding initially, is that correct?
Yes,
No,
you
he
asked me if
didn't
I
say
saw
that.
if I witnessed a crime while I was in the car.
Right. I didn't ask if you were in the car, I just asked if you witnessed a crime and you pointed to speeding. Is there any reason why that?
I'm pretty sure this officer testified. He didn't say the speeding was a crime. He said it was an infraction or I think he used the term fraction or violation. At least this deputy did.
All of a sudden changed after being coached by the prosecution?
I would object.
Answer the question.
No reason.
No reason.
Okay. So then the only reason you witnessed a crime after being coached by the prosecution is because you were coached by the prosecution.
Objection.
Sustained.
How did you all of a sudden come to the new revelation that crime took place at a different time?
Wasn't a new revelation. It happened then. My understanding of the question originally asked was if I witnessed a crime while the driving was happening, the reason for the stop. So I misunderstood your question.
I asked if you witnessed a crime take place at all. Had nothing to do with in the car, out of the car. I asked if you witnessed a crime took place, and you specifically said, yes, I did. I witnessed speeding.
Objection. Is that a question?
I'm just clarifying what he said.
You gotta. Finally, the judge calls him out on this because he's been making statements. I mean, when making leading questions, you could effectively make statements, but you still have to couch it in the form of a question. So what he should be saying is that you initially testified that you didn't see a crime. You initially testified that you saw a crime take place at the point of the stop, but you didn't actually see a crime until well after you had arrived. That's a statement. But then you add, "Is that correct?" Now it's a leading question.
Fair question.
It was just a clarification, and clarifications are not permitted.
Move on.
So I just wanted to clarify that the point in time that you are testifying that you witnessed a crime take place only occurred after being instructed by the prosecutor.
No, that is not true.
Then is there any reason why you didn't recall witnessing any crime take place when I asked you the first time?
Because I misunderstood your question, sir. That is why. Your initial question about witnessing a crime while I was in the car of speeding.
I never said why.
So anyway, he answered your question. Now he misunderstood your question, so you can move on.
Okay. Do you believe law enforcement should be held to the highest standard of following the law?
Yes.
Yes.
Does that include being honest?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mr. Mike, would you please testify under oath as to the location of our
Stop
honest, impossible
whispering.
witness?
Deputy Daraspini was at the stop with me the entire my patrol.
And what part of the whole interaction are we talking about here?
Whatever part of the time you witnessed the crime take place. What's going on? What happened? Did I attack somebody? What happened? Was there a victim?
Objection.
Sustained. You may ask a limited question that is not confusing or compounded.
At what point in time specifically did the crime take place?
Are you talking about the crime of not providing your identification?
Yes.
Misdemeanor? That's when Sergeant Morrell contacted you at the passenger door of your vehicle.
Okay, so a crime took place immediately in the beginning at the point of contact.
When you refused to provide your identification, that's when the crime took place, correct?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw your attention to the red blinking arrow. That is Desperini, claiming to have witnessed, believe it or not.
Oh my God, that mustache.
We have just witnessed a complete cheat, kidnap, and steal.
Policies of a privately owned corporation.
Objection.
Sustained.
Is RCW a law or color of law?
Objection.
Sustained.
What does RCW stand for?
Revised Code of Washington.
Code. Okay, so is it?
Oh,
law
my
or
bad, guys.
code?
Hold on. Let me change the light.
Objection.
Sustained. Move on.
Okay. Traffic is defined as commerce legally. Do you agree?
Sustained. Move on.
Objection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically you witnessed the crime of, let me ask you this. Am I a man?
But
Do you disagree?
no, you are not a man. You are a man child.
Sure.
Just yes or no?
Sure.
I'm
You're
a man.
saying that-
I am man.
You're saying you're a man? I agree with you, sure.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? Progressive. It's 2022. You're a man if you say you are. There you go.
Traffic codes that you are enforcing or that you witnessed a crime address a man specifically or common man.
Objection.
Sustained.
So basically, when you witnessed the crime took place, you witnessed me do nothing, and that's when the crime started.
Yes, by doing that, you need to not provide the identification that Sergeant Morrell asked for.
So that is nothing. By doing nothing, I'm a criminal.
Objection.
Sustained.
By doing nothing, I'm committing a crime.
They're not alleging that you did nothing. They're alleging that you were speeding.
You refuse to provide your identification.
And you refuse to provide information. That is an act. A refusal to give something is an act.
It was the crime.
That's doing nothing, is that correct?
No.
There's no different result between either refusing or just doing nothing. The results are the same.
By refusing to give your information, that is an act. That is an action. That is a decision you're making that has consequences.
Is that correct?
The result will be the same. You did not provide your identification.
Which is doing nothing. I just want to clarify, right?
It just sounds like we've answered this.
Okay,
Yes.
you disagree that doing nothing resulted in the crime.
I think that is semantics.
Is throwing an innocent man in jail ever semantics? You see, these foreign agent criminals don't have any problem with throwing an innocent man in jail.
All right, hang on, calm down.
No.
Okay, can
No.
you please explain what the something was that started the crime?
What do you mean? What are you asking?
In a typical crime, unlike this one here, this is really funny. But in a typical crime, you have an aggressor and a
Objection.
victim.
Sustained.
Who's the aggressor in this crime?
Objection.
Sustained.
Objection.
Move on. We're not litigating this
Are there any
topic.
victims?
Objection.
Find any victims of this crime?
Grounds.
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you understand that the plaintiff is a privately owned corporation?
Sustained. Mr. Haywood, I'm going to excuse this witness unless you have some relevant question to ask him about the charge that we're here today for.
This charge supposes willful obstruction. In order for willful, how were you able to determine that willful obstruction took place?
Again, I observed you not providing the information that Sergeant Merrill asked for.
Hang on just a second, impossible witness. Mike, where did you say that impossible witness was located again under oath, please?
I had him stay back as he wasn't in a uniform and he didn't have a vest on or anything like that. So for his protection, I had him stay back.
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like he stayed back. He wasn't engaging with the arrest. He wasn't participating in the arrest.
Willfully decided to not give up that information.
That would require knowing the state of mind of the person who was being willful. Is that correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
How do you determine the willful was motivated? What's the motive behind the willful?
Objection.
Sustained.
Well, you've seen it here first, folks. In the Kangaroo Circus Court Fraud of Corruption, the impossible witness
Fraud of corruption?
witnessing the impossible. And now that Mike Merrill has had a little bit of a break and a rest, at least in this video, let's head on back over to Mike Merrill for some more comedy.
True or false? If we keep you in the story, the crime stays complete with the victim.
Objection.
Sustained.
Objection.
True or false? You are an essential component for a crime that I'm accused of to exist.
I mean, true. He is a witness to it. So, yes, his testimony is pretty key for the state to prove their case against him. I mean, in that sense.
Objection.
Sustained.
You were prepared to smash out the window because I didn't pay the plaintiff money. Is that correct?
Objection.
Wrong.
Sustained.
That's incorrect. You had stated that you were under arrest and you were being told to open the door, which he has the lawful authority to do so, and you refused to. It's not about you paying money.
You were prepared to bust out the window and violently destroy my property because you wanted me to pay the plaintiff more money.
It's incorrect. False.
Move on from this line of questioning.
The basis of this crime is essentially I'm not doing anything, which requires you to do everything. Is that correct?
No.
I don't understand your question. I'm sorry.
Basically, the crime says I willfully did something.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
the state's objecting to a discussion about the law. We're here at this point to discuss the facts, so.
So
It's about time he starts raising that issue.
I'll overrule the objection, Mr. Haywood.
Because-
I'm going to ask if you're going to rephrase the question as to the crime charged here today.
The crime that I'm being charged with today physically requires me to do what?
Refuse to provide identification.
To commit a crime.
When I made the traffic stop, the person that I make the traffic stop of is required to provide me with their driver's license or form of ID, identify themselves basically, and then provide their vehicle registration certificate and their proof of liability insurance.
Okay, you just testified to a person. Did you have any evidence to support the belief
Oh my
that I was a
God.
person?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Drink.
Objection.
Just drink.
You testified that I'm a man. You didn't say this applies to a man.
Objection.
Sustained.
All right. So basically, you confess that I do nothing and I'm accused of a crime.
By failing to provide the information to me, yes, you are committing a crime.
Okay, so doing nothing is committing a crime.
Refusing to provide information is not the same as doing nothing. I wish the officer would say this, but I don't think he is.
Because that's basically just doing nothing.
In that case, yes.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Since all I have to do is nothing, that requires you to do everything. Is that correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
Okay, true or false? I did nothing, you did everything, and I'm the one committing a criminal act. Is that correct?
Rephrase your question or ask it again, please.
Okay, true or false? I did nothing, you did everything, and I am the one committing the criminal act. Is that correct?
I guess, Your Honor, the state, in thinking about this question, I mean, it's a compound question. We have,
I'm not even a trial attorney. I really don't want to go hard on this prosecutor, but I'm not even a trial attorney, and I'm like chomping at the bit to object. Now he's purely objected to the form of the. Okay.
I think there are parts there that have been objected and have been sustained, parts that have been overruled.
Thank you, Triggered Limey, for the
Now
£5.
it's kind of just being thrown into one big question.
Sustained. You can rephrase your question.
Okay, true or false? For this crime to exist requires me to do nothing and for you to do everything.
Your Honor,
Sustained. Rephrase your question. Number one.
And this is short, so true or false? All I have to do to be accused of being a criminal, taken all the way to the jury, is absolutely nothing. Is that true or false?
Oh my God.
Sustained.
Why? I'm trying to figure out how the prosecutor could effectively do this without providing his own testimony. But the sole issue is that it's not about you doing nothing. When you are at a traffic stop, you, by law, are obligated to provide information. Your failure to provide that information is a crime. It is an act. Your failure to provide something is an act. It's not inaction.
Okay, we've already established that I've done nothing.
It's not doing nothing, I should say.
Is that correct?
I wouldn't say that's correct. I would say that you did not provide the required information that I asked you to.
Okay, so I did nothing. Is that correct?
Well, that is actually doing something. You made a choice not.
Finally. Oh my God, finally. Thank God. Finally, the officer
So again,
gets to the
back
point.
Doing nothing. Is that correct?
Your Honor, objection.
Move on.
I would say asked and answered.
The identification that Trooper Sherman showed you, that's exhibit, that's the one with the ID on it, that's part of the record.
Objection. I guess I don't. Which ID are we referring to? I don't think so.
The problem with this ID is it proves I'm outside of their jurisdiction, and they know that, and they can't have this ID come onto the record, or the whole case is gone.
ID.
Well, Your Honor, this hasn't been admitted. There's been no testimony about this identification.
What? Wait.
You want to ask?
What his BS ID?
Sustained.
Not to.
So again, we're back to doing nothing. Identification that Trooper Sherman showed you, that's exhibit, that's the one with the ID on it, that's part of the record.
Objection. I guess I don't. Which ID are we referring to? I don't think so.
The problem with this ID is it proves I'm outside of their jurisdiction, and they
Ah,
know that.
that's what. It's his pretend ID. That's what it is.
They can't have this ID come onto the
What
record,
is
or the whole case is gone.
American National
Well,
ID?
Your Honor, this hasn't been admitted. There's been no testimony about this identification.
Yeah, it's his Kim Blandino
You want
passport.
to ask? Sorry, Merle, about that.
Yes, this is the picture that Trooper Sherman showed you as my ID. It was kind of big.
Can I see that, please?
Now, if Mike Merrill was telling the truth, he would have said he never got any ID at that point.
No, this
No?
wasn't provided to me. No.
What ID did Trooper Sherman show you?
There was no ID that he showed me on that stop.
Well, how did he have my information to give to you?
He visually identified you, and he was able to go back in his information from his prior traffic stop with you and confirm who you were.
Okay, because I got it on video of him telling you, here's his.
Objection, Your Honor.
And now, here is the video
That's the money.
they would not allow in court. They did not want anybody, especially the jury, to see.
Here's his form of ID that I took a picture of.
Excuse me? Excuse me, what was that again?
Here's his form of
His form of ID. His form of ID.
ID that I took a picture of.
Mike, what are you doing? You agree law enforcement should be held to the highest standard, but you broke the law before you claim to uphold the law. And you come into court and swear to tell the truth.
See you later, Triggered Limey.
Same for now. Okay.
State's objecting, this is beyond the scope of,
I'll overrule. You can answer that question. Sorry.
You never provided me with, you verbally identified yourself or provided me with any identification as to who you were.
Okay, so then the basis of your understanding of who you were working with was based on hearsay. Objection.
Overrule. You can answer.
I would
It was
overrule that.
based on Trooper Sherman.
Yeah, I would overrule that because that is hearsay. He only heard about his ID from another officer.
Sherman's identification of you from his prior contact with you.
Which is hearsay.
It was firsthand information from Trooper Sherman.
Which is hearsay. To
Your
you.
Honor, Your Honor, I would object. I mean, there's a legal definition, right?
Sustained.
So he didn't show you any form of ID that he previously took a picture of.
Well, you see now Mike Merrill knows that there is video evidence and proof that he was shown that ID. And his story changes now, as you can watch and see, ladies and gentlemen, and fly by the seat of his pants.
Government issued identification that I was ever provided.
No government issued identification.
There it is.
So there was some other kind of identification.
I don't remember exactly what he said, that he had contacted you, and I don't remember if it was what sort of paper he had or what he had printed out on his MCT, but there was never any ID that I was provided.
I can go print a record for you. Here's his form of ID that I took a picture of.
Okay, but you just mentioned it wasn't a state ID, so.
Your Honor, I guess now that we've gone through several questions objecting as to relevance.
Sustained.
Okay.
I would say that I would agree with the sustaining of the objection because it is irrelevant because the whole thing is when you're stopped, you have to provide a government issued, state issued identification, whether it be your license or a non-driver's license state ID. Your phony baloney pretend ID isn't a thing.
So the state has provided discovery video.
Objection.
Question. That was quick. The state has provided discovery video that has Trooper Sherman on it telling.
Objection.
Mike Monroe, here's the ID.
Your Honor, he's attempting to testify to something that's not currently known.
Sustained.
Here's his form of ID that I took a picture of.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are feeling a slight sensation of the urge to vomit, you are
Oh my
not
God,
alone.
stop it.
Is that what all this is really about? The fictitious plaintiff said.
Oh,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a strange twist in the kangaroo court. I present to you two sets of jury instructions.
oh no. Yeah, the jury. Oh, he's quoting the jury instructions for the case. No argument that the jury's role is to protect individuals from the state. That is an incorrect statement of the role of the jury and a misstatement of the law. Such statements constitute an appeal for jury nullification, which is completely improper. No questions during voir dire asking potential jurors whether they had to, quote, prove their innocence, end quote, or similar questions that misstate the standard of proof. No argument that jurors owe a duty to the defendant. Such an argument misstates the jury's duty under the law. which is to follow the court's instructions per.
The fictitious plaintiff says it's, quote, improper to appeal for jury nullification, close quote. The people say jury nullification should be an option. Typically 90 actions. The fictitious plaintiff says it's, quote, improper to appeal for jury nullification, close quote. The people say jury nullification.
No, wrong. Here's the thing. Jury nullification is a thing, and it has been upheld, but the courts have said that there is no obligation by the court to inform jurors of jury nullification at the point of instruction. They can do that, but the courts are obligated to can say that they don't have to be informed of the power of jury nullification.
Should be an option. Typically 99% of juries have no idea about what jury nullification is, but today we enter the strange, upside-down, illusionary world of kangaroo court in the Twilight Zone. Hang on
Stop it!
And watch it for yourself.
Do you apply the definition law that the judge advised and only that definition?
I will say this, just because I don't want to come up on something later. When I was in law school, I did write a few papers on jury nullification in favor of it, as well as various social media posts at that time. So I don't know if I can answer yes to that.
Notice this very strange juror doesn't answer any questions. Straight out of the Twilight Zone's kangaroo court. Could this be a jury plant? Or just another one
jury
of those
plant?
Kangaroo courts in the Twilight Zone. He talks about appeals, and the case hasn't even started yet. And then he says, oh, this guy. So just what is it about this guy? We need.
I don't know that I necessarily would. I just want it to be on record.
Oh,
I've had that.
I get it. Okay. Well,
I don't want something on appeal or something to feel like, oh, this guy.
No, I get it. No, thank you very much.
Interesting body language there. Could the judge actually somehow be communicating with this Twilight Zone juror?
No.
Oh, wait. The judge.
He does have one thing to bring.
Stop it.
And I'll hear just 1 second. And before I hear from the state, Mr. Haywood, I take you on your word that you are not video recording or recording these proceedings, but it is a little concerning with the camera in your pocket and facing out. That would be great.
I call him out for him trying to record the proceedings. But hey, he got a copy of it anyway.
I just don't want the jurors to be worried about whether or not they're being recorded. So no problem. Totally understand.
As we can see, folks, they were in such a hurry to try to throw me in jail.
Right, Ed.
That their expedient rush, they forgot to hide their secret asset, who just so happened to be the presiding juror. Yes, folks, that's right. You heard it here first. So many strange anomalies can only happen in the Kangaroo Circus Court of the Twilight Zone. But wait, it's not over yet. The next one involving and starring alleged star witness and criminal foreign agent Deputy David Green of the Kidnap County Sheriff's Department.
Kidnap County?
Do you see that one?
Oh, thank God it's over. I have a feeling that he probably was found guilty. But damn, that Van warned me, but I still wasn't ready. All right, I'm gonna try and get a palate cleanser here. This one from this is not an expansion of La Crosse, the town. This does take place in La Crosse County, so I guess it counts. The title, I have not seen this yet. The title is "When You Do All That Work to Escape Police and Still Get Caught."
On October 23rd, 2022, a La Crosse County Sheriff's deputy was conducting random registration plate checks in Bangor, Wisconsin. He ran the plates of a passing vehicle and discovered it was registered to 29-year-old Ashley Stallsberg. It displayed her driving status to be suspended due to failure to pay a forfeiture. As he activated his lights and sirens, his speed increased to 124 miles per hour and noticed her vehicle was still pulling away.
Wow.
The deputy lost sight of Ashley after a few miles and provided dispatch with a description of her vehicle. Moments later, he observed her vehicle in the ditch and believed she had been involved in a single vehicle crash.
Approximately 100 is into the ditch right now.
Oh, she crashed her vehicle. Oh, before I forget. Mandy, can you go through the super chats? Can't hear you.
Yes.
There you go. You got them up.
They're showing blank.
Uh-oh.
Me.
That's okay. I'll go ahead and take care of these, and then the next time you got them. Thomas EG1, $5. Question for Artie: Courts force realtors to tell you if a house is haunted. Therefore, courts believe in ghosts, right? No, I believe the argument is that realtors are obligated to tell buyers that a house has a reputation of being haunted, because the reputation of a house being haunted may, in fact, affect its sale price or its value. It's not necessarily that the courts believe ghosts are real. It's more of the reputation of being haunted could actually affect the value. Raybot, again thank you for the 668 super chat. Corrections 101, thank you for the $5. Peanuts for Artie's beer fund. Linda Live, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Triggered Limey, thank you for the $5.89. Hello, you beautiful bastards. Why YouTube didn't like my language? Thank you very much. And and again, another thank you for the $5.89. Limey, I'm worried about your heart rate. Anyway, I'm off the bed. Have a great stream, and good evening to you, your gorgeous producer. Aw. And thank you to all of you who renewed their memberships suddenly. So thank you very much. All right, we're on it.
She continued through the ditch, ignoring the deputy.
10-4.
Naturally.
Wisconsin plate. Adam Lincoln Young, 8527. Adam Lincoln Young, 8527. We're still on Big Creek Road. It's driving through the east ditch right now.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Damn, he's flying.
117, turning eastbound on Hamilton.
After a brief pursuit, her vehicle pulled over. The deputy observed smoke coming from the vehicle, believing that it may have become disabled.
Coming to a stop just north of that intersection. Ten for it, smoking.
Driver, let me see your hands. Step out of the vehicle.
Sounds like
I mean, I might get copyright strike, but at least the officer's listening to some good music.
Get out of the vehicle.
Driving all over the road into the ditch. Not really sure at this point.
Get out of the vehicle. Turn around and face away from me. Put your hands above your head.
Whatever. That's basically the vibes I'm getting from her right now.
Put your hands above your head. I'll explain it to you once I get your custody. Raise your hands.
I don't want to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be mean to this officer for the voice crack.
Put your hands above your head. Do it now. Pull your sweatshirt up with your hands.
117, what about her?
Turn around. All right. What? Yeah. I tried to stop you in La Crosse County. You were going 100 on 16. Yes, you were. Keep your hands up.
Ashley stated that she didn't feel comfortable, ran off, and fled into the cornfield.
Wait, did she actually?
Stay out of the car.
No way. What? No, she's running into the cornfields. Bruh.
Yeah. I tried to stop you in La Crosse County. You were going 100 on 16. Yes, you were. Keep your hands up.
Ashley stated that she didn't feel comfortable, ran off, and fled into the cornfield.
Stay out of the car.
No, get away from me. Get away from me. I do not feel safe.
Ew.
I do not have to stay with you. You are not a Monroe County officer.
What?
I was trying to stop you.
You are not.
Yes, I was. My lights and sirens.
Get away from me.
Oh my God! Really?
You are not a Monroe County
117. She's taken off on me on foot northbound.
Get away from me.
117. She's running through the east ditch cornfield right now. I can still hear her. 117. I copy. I believe the subject is going to be the registered owner. She's continuing slowly through the cornfield. I believe she's still moving north.
You go at.
She's somewhere right back in here.
Wow.
Okay. I guess go up a little bit and we'll try and set up at least like somewhat of a perimeter.
All right, sounds good.
Ashley! Just come out towards the sound of my voice.
A perimeter was set up, and the area was checked with thermal imaging and night vision. However, Ashley wasn't located.
Yeah. So I saw her in Bangor and tried to turn around on her because I saw she was suspended. As soon as she got to 18, around to 16, she was flying. So I finally did the same direction radar. She went 71. So I tried to speed up, and as soon as I started speeding up, she started speeding up. I was going 124. And she was going over.
She have? I guess I assume she has like some night vision, binoculars or infrared.
100 and then did on a big creek.
Yeah.
And by the time I caught up to her, she was in the ditch. I don't know where she would last be. Somewhere in this area would be my best guess.
Where did you see where she went in?
Yeah, She ran like right in front of her. She ran down a little bit and then ran in probably like there about, and I could hear her, but then once 805 got here, I couldn't hear anything over his engine. Blue, purple, hooded sweatshirt, jeans, and she had a gray leather bag with her, like a purse. But I don't feel like we ran that far, but I don't know. I don't really ever run, so I had adrenaline going.
Right. Must have hit a post or something, or no, it's corn.
It's corn. Yeah, there's corn on her windshield. I'm pretty sure I could look at a DL photo. I haven't looked at that yet, but descriptors matched.
Yeah.
She tried to tell me she wasn't eluding, but you know, when you're going like 114 on Big Creek, I'm pretty sure you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing.
The K9 for the county is way over on the other side of the county, and we don't even know if it's available yet because it's Saturday night.
Okay.
Darn it. So no fur missile.
That her?
Yep, that's her.
It's
She's got, of course she has her head canted. Whatever.
Up to you guys on what you want to do. Do you want to apprehend her, or do you want to refer charges? She'll come out walking at some point. It's up to you, though. I mean, we can straight up call K9 or go in and get her ourselves. I mean, she's not going to be able to go very far in here.
Right.
We're figuring out whether or not we got a positive ID on her, so it depends on what they want to do. If they want to apprehend her, we'll probably get her walking sooner or later.
What? We got a phone number for her. Why don't you try calling her?
Okay.
Cannot be completed as the called party is temporarily unavailable. Please try again later.
I think she turned her phone off.
Probably.
Can't be complete. Is it in there? Oh.
What we'll do is we'll just obviously patrol through here, and when she calls for a ride or whatever, if any vehicles coming through here, I guess we'll see.
All right.
Is she, if she's a doper or what?
Yeah, she is. Meth is her preference.
Meth is her preference. Oh my god.
So she's relatively new in the dope game, though. I think she's only been doing dope for a year and a half, maybe, best of my knowledge.
Okay.
So
how old is she?
I don't even know. I didn't look.
She's born in '92.
Yeah.
We only have the one booking record with her. Sparta's only got her once. I've never gotten her. I think she might have been involved in Merkel's pursuit with that motorcycle.
About 16 hours later, a Monroe County Sheriff's deputy attempted to locate her at an address. While en route, the deputy observed a vehicle pass him and noticed a female driver look away at the same time.
Uh-oh.
He ran the vehicle plates and discovered it was registered to the same address where they were going to attempt to locate her.
Oh! Now that's...
By looking at a past jail booking photo of her, the deputy believed it to be Ashley, so he conducted a traffic stop.
That's usually how it happens. Just dumb luck. Either just luck on the officer's part and just bad luck on her part.
Hi. Sergeant Oswald from the Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is for traveling 63 into 55. Going 60? Do you know what the speed limit is here?
It's still above 55. It's still above 55.
I can't hear you. Do you mind stepping out of the vehicle for me? Step out of the vehicle. What's that? You are stepping out. 9 to 17. You want to head this way.
I do not have to step out of the vehicle.
You do have to step out.
I know my rights.
I know my rights. I know my rights.
Okay. Well, not only is your speed one reason why I'm stopping you, but I believe La Crosse County wants to talk to you. So I need you to step out of the vehicle now.
No.
You do need to step out.
Am I under arrest?
Yes. Step out of the vehicle.
Really, dude?
Step out of the vehicle. You are under arrest. Get out. Right now.
Really, dude?
Step out of the vehicle now.
She's contemplating, but she has to realize there's no getting out of this unless she tries to drive away, which would be a very, 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 very foolish decision on her part. But yes, also
Don't be reaching in your purse. Step out of the vehicle now. Step out.
Come on, really? I'm a little girl. What am I going to do to you?
Okay, step out. Turn around. And hand your back.
I'm pretty sure I've actually seen body-worn camera footage of, women who some people would describe as petite, pulling out a gun out of their purse and shooting at officers. So
Do you have anything sharp, needles, knives?
No, nothing like that.
Let's walk towards this spot there.
Am I going to be able to go to treatment tomorrow? Really?
yes, really.
God.
Next time an officer tells you to step out, you do it right away. Before I put pepper spray in your face.
I felt threatened by.
Oh my God, that's a bit aggressive.
I don't fucking know, man. You already know who the fuck I am.
Who would that be?
Fuck you.
So you're refusing the ID?
You know who I am, don't you?
I'm asking you, what's your first name?
Ashley.
Ashley, what's your last name?
What's it say on the vehicle? Same as that. I ain't got shit on me, man.
Have to do our job and check.
Really?
Really? What?
I want a female here. I don't want you fucking touching me.
Don't get a female here.
You don't get a female here.
No, we don't have a female deputy on duty.
Sure. Well, then we'll wait till there's a female, huh?
No, that's not how this works. Separate your feet for me.
Okay, I look, I understand the policy regarding having a female officer search a female suspect. I think and generally I think it's a good policy. I really do. But I also understand that there's going to be circumstances where it's not feasible. I would imagine one of those circumstances is when they don't have a female officer on duty. It is what it is.
All right. Do you have anything? Shirt underneath, pockets.
I don't. Yeah, there's a sweater. There's nothing in there though. A jacket, a sweater jacket. It's
Okay. So I got to give the warning here.
right there.
Got to give the warning that if you go into a jail.
I have nothing on me.
Okay, I'm just giving the warning like I do for everybody, and then if we find anything illegal, any
Yeah,
type
you're
of
not gonna
contraband,
find
it's a felony. Okay.
I'm
Good.
fucking clean. I've been clean for a fucking week.
Good.
For a whole week. A whole week.
I'm
And I'm
remove your
going to
glasses
treatment
here.
tomorrow.
All right, we'll have a seat in the back here.
Am I going to Lacrosse County or what?
Yep.
Can you at least let my dad know to come get his car and everything?
Do you have a number handy for him or know it offhand? Is there a phone in your car or purse?
Should be in my purse, yeah.
I'll bring it here. Is it okay if we go through it or
not
just
going
get the number only? I'll do it right in front of you?
No.
Okay. Yep, I'll try a couple times. 1 second here. Hi, is this? Hey, Sergeant Oswald here from the Sheriff's Office. Would you, by chance, be able to pick up your vehicle here? It's just east of Highway 16, or just east of the interstate on Highway 16.
Okay. I'll be there in a little bit.
Like within the next 5 minutes, you think?
Pretty close.
Okay, perfect. Yep, I'll have an officer here waiting then.
All right.
All right, thank you. Hello. Before I release you here, I'm just gonna give you the warning here for the speed, and then because you are suspended, I do have to cite you for that. $200, 50-cent citation, 3 points in your license. Not a mandatory court date, but it needs to be paid for before November 29th at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Instructions on how to do that right up here. Okay. All right. So
Come this way. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke stick me? Well, I'm going to do another one. How's that feel? Is that too tight? Is that for you? Okay, so you're under arrest by Lacrosse County now, okay? We're going to be transporting you to Lacrosse County Jail. There's nothing on you that's going to poke stick me, nothing like that. Alright, we have you separated. Pardon my reach. Alrighty, thank you, sir.
Those to you, yeah, no problem.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care, man.
Ashley was charged with felony counts of bail jumping and fleeing eluding an officer. She also has 2 open cases with active bonds. She was released on a $1,000 signature bond and owes up to $1,600 in citations. Go to codebluecam.com and check out our newly released merch.
Shout out to Code Blue Cam. All right. We got two more videos remaining. This one is straight out of Arkansas State Police. This is titled Insane Drunk Tries to Kick His Way Out of a Squad Car. And apparently, the officers were exonerated in their use of force here. So apparently somebody complained and they were exonerated. Little Rock PD officer observes a vehicle exceeding the speed limit 60. Oh my God, 60 and a 30. After contact was made with the driver, he became combative with abuse of fly. Officers were forced to place the driver under arrest. Was forced to utilized, and force was utilized to effect the arrest. What, Archer?
Just give the tag and
Room
location.
truck, license plate, Adam, Henry Adam 55 Lincoln on University.
Hey, we're gonna be in front of Mike's Cafe.
Kill the truck so I can hear you, please. Why are you not turning your truck off? I'm asking you nicely. I'm asking you nicely to turn your truck off. I'm going to turn it off for you if you don't. Do me a favor, turn your truck off and step out of your vehicle, please. I'm asking you. Supreme Court has ruled I have the right to do so.
Don't touch the truck.
Step out of the vehicle, sir. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to pat you down, make sure you have anything on you. It's going to stick, prod, or poke us.
Damn, how you get around here?
I'm quick like you're driving. How much you had to drink tonight?
Ain't much.
Ain't much?
Ain't much, he says with a big ass smile on his face.
You're fine. We're going to walk him back to the car.
I'm literally trying to stop my brother from leaving the club.
All right. Well, you cutting those cars off as fast as you were going and almost hitting several vehicles? Yeah, you did. I kept you on camera. I was sitting there radaring. Did you not see me sitting in the middle of University?
Swear to God, I seen you.
If you seen me, then why did you keep doing that?
Because I'm trying to stop my brother.
Brother, you could have hurt somebody.
No, listen, because you're on federal paper.
Okay, but driving 65 and weaving through traffic like that, and then you ran the red light. I got it all on camera. I hit record as soon as you did.
Let me see.
Good, let's walk back here. You can have a seat in the back of my car while you're there.
Well, no.
Come on over here. You offered to see.
My brother.
Come on. You hadn't had much to drink, right?
No.
How much is not much? 2 shots? Let me see your phone real quick.
On an empty stomach or full stomach?
Please. I'm going to set your phone right up here. It's already shattered up.
Oh, you gotta get it though. Just sit down.
Nah, I don't got it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
I know my rights.
Do me a favor.
Another one. I know my rights.
Come on.
Have a seat and do not grab my door.
Bro, listen.
I don't have to get in. Do me a favor. Have a seat. You're being detained right now. Sit down. I believe you to be impaired under the influence. You're reeking of alcohol and you admitted to drinking.
You did admit to drinking.
Have a seat. You are detained for suspicion DWI. If you refuse to cooperate, I'm going to put you in a pair of handcuffs. Have a seat, please. I'm asking you nicely. Next, I will not ask you.
I mean, I would say he's being firm but fair, right? He's giving him a chance to get in voluntarily and not having him being handcuffed. So I think so far the officer's being fair, but firm.
Please sit down. Please sit down. Yes, you do. And I'll advise you of those in just a minute. It's called the Act 106. You don't have a right to refuse. Sit down, please.
I don't have a right to.
Sit down. All right, put a pair of handcuffs on him.
All right.
Nope. Do not tense up on me.
All right, there we go.
Put your hand behind your back, please. Put your hands behind your back. No, put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest now. Refuse to submit to arrest.
I mean, I'd say this is active resisting now.
Got it? Yep. I told you you're being detained for suspicion of DWI. For what? Suspicion of DWI. On my arm out. Put your arm behind your back. Your back to you. Don't reach on them. Don't reach on them.
What am I reaching for?
Get it on. That's for you strike him. Don't do it. What's in for? We got him. Clear it. Start me, man.
Where's your reach? Clear.
So
I told you I stopped you for driving reckless.
No. Can I know exactly what I did to be jumped on?
You refused to submit to arrest.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
You did too. And it's all on camera.
No, it ain't.
Do me a favor. Sit up, please.
I swear to God, I would be.
I told you to have a seat.
Listen.
I explained to you very calmly you're going to sit down.
I mean, he said arrest, but he was told several times that he was being detained for suspicion of impaired driving, and he told him to sit in the back of the police car because he was being detained. He didn't hit it, and at that point, he wasn't putting him in handcuffs. He said he could sit in the back of the police car while being detained, but he refused to. But for him to say that he was never told why he was being detained or arrested or whatever, it's false because the officer told him several times why he was being placed in the back of the car.
Listen, I will be filing for the dash cam and your body cam.
Let's go. Have a seat. Have a seat.
So, can I know exactly what I did?
I already explained that to you.
What did I do?
I already explained it to you. Let's check them several times.
You obviously don't know that you're paroled. What about my parole?
Are you on parole?
Yes, sir.
Then you should have complied.
I was trying to comply.
No, you weren't. Have a seat now. You're in violation of your parole.
You were not trying to comply. And again, mustache.
What about my parole?
Are you on parole?
Yes, sir.
Then you should have complied.
I was trying to comply.
No, you weren't. Have a seat now. You're in violation of your parole.
Excuse me, sir.
Have a seat.
Can I get this right clout?
Sit down, please.
Can I get this right clout? Just a little bit of,
let's see.
Release someone.
Hey, let's turn so we can see. Like, gotta let go of your hands.
Did he say? I could have sworn he said White Claw, which is an alcoholic beverage, but I think he's referring to his handcuffs.
I can't move, bro. So, can I know exactly what
I've already explained it to you. I'm not going to tell you again.
You're lying.
You'll find out when you get a copy of my body camera.
I know for a fact I'll be released soon. I get a copy of your body camera.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Because I did not comply.
Now, sit down, please.
Weren't these double locking?
You're not double locking?
There we go.
Now, have a seat, please. This is the part where you're refusing to comply.
How?
Because you're not sitting down.
What you mean?
Sit down. Put your feet in, please.
How am I not?
Put your feet in, please. That's twice I've told you you're refusing to comply.
Do it again.
3 times. Put your
Do
seat
it again.
Okay. Now, okay. Now he's playing games. So, you know. Oh, my bad. Mandy, I'm sorry. Let me share it on Discord for you so you can see it real time. There you go.
Hey, Yankin.
Do it again. I ain't worried about dude finna snatch.
It's fine.
I'm not worried about dude finna.
This is the refusal to supply. Refusal to. There you go. Yeah.
Shut the door. Shut it.
He's a bottle of liquor. Didn't want to turn his car off. He was weaving through traffic. He was doing about 65. Then he floors it. Uh-oh. He floors it and gets up and weaves between a bunch of cars. We catch up to him because he got stuck in traffic on Asher. He gets behind a car. As soon as he does, jumps in the left lane and floors it. We light him up. He pulls over. I don't know what he was saying to her because the exhaust is so loud. I said, hey, can you turn that car off?
I asked him for his ID or driver's license. He ain't got any one of them. He don't have a license or ID.
Do you know him? Who is that?
It's like James something. Stays on Marysville.
See you later, Sam.
Stop
Oh, I was wondering what that noise was. Oh, he's kicking the door.
kicking.
He's totally proving that he is not under the influence at all right now.
Stop kicking the car.
All you gotta do is loosen the cuffs.
No, you got to sit up.
I'm not resisting. Loosen
You are resisting. You
I'm not resisting. I'm only kicking the side of the door.
already resisted. Stop kicking the car.
No, I haven't.
Anybody got leg straps?
Loosen. Put them on. Put them on. You'll see my fucking veins if you look into these cuffs. I'm not going to accept these. I don't give a fuck what you put them on.
Look, I get 2 fingers right here between the cuffs.
No, you don't. You're a fucking liar. I've been arrested more than enough times to know that.
Not something to be proud of.
2 fingers are in the cuffs.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
He's a probationer or parolee with active third-party run file. Known history for simultaneous possession of Schedule 2.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and tow it, search it. Plus, he's been drinking like crazy. He said he's had 2 shots, but the way he's talking, the way he's walking, refusing to comply, I'm just going to let him break the cage.
Yeah, I mean,
let him break the cage, add another charge.
No, his car's already scratched to Hades. He locked out, didn't want to go on a pair of cuffs. Because I told him to have a seat.
I thought he was reaching something the way he was doing. I didn't.
She patted him down.
Okay, yeah.
But
just the way he was putting his hand right there.
He just didn't want to cooperate. He said, "You won't turn off my truck." I'm like, "I asked you, and I'm gonna ask you to step out. Turn your truck off and step out." I ain't got to.
Kitty! Look at the kitty. Everybody, stop and look at the kitty.
But you do. He was acting hinky from the go.
Oh my god. Man, he's not on. Okay, now she's live. Now you can see her. Now look at the kitty.
But I can tell you why. He's drunk. Probably got something in the car. Can't wait for his parole officer to see this. All right, y'all good for a second. I'm going to go up here with her. Anything at all?
Just that bottle of alcohol. I can't open this. That one don't have it open on that side either.
He said he's trying to stop his brother from leaving the club.
That's what he was telling me.
Brother's on federal probation.
Yeah.
I was just asking.
Wait, he's trying to stop his brother from leaving the club, and he's on federal probation.
Turn his truck off because I couldn't hear a single word, and the exhaust is like right there.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't got to do that. Well, you are going to do it.
Do y'all want to start men just so he's got that?
Already got him. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Just climb in the back seat and clear it. Look really good in all these spots.
open container?
I don't know if it wasn't open, but
no, it's open.
Not in the sense that it's open. He's got
open
in the sense that it's actually like an open beer can. I mean, it's a sealed can.
No, that's open.
I get where.
Wait, what did he say?
Already got him. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Just climb in the back seat.
By the way, he's still. Yeah, you can see he's still bonking on the side of the back seat.
Clear it. Look really good in all these spots.
And it does look like he's a 4 or 5 year old having a tantrum. And that's an open container.
Open container?
I don't know if it wasn't open, but
no, it's open.
Not in the sense that it's open. He's got
open.
In the sense that it's actually like an open beer can. I mean, it's a sealed can.
No, that's open.
I get where you're coming from.
It's an open container, buddy.
I think in most states that would be classified as an open container. It's an open bottle. It's obviously a half empty bottle of liquor. I would say in most states that would classify as an open container. That's what I thought too, Deacon. If the seal is cracked, it's an open container.
Bit more in the Lincoln 35.
So who's going to be involved?
All of us.
And was there anybody? Was there somebody else?
Just 5 of us.
Wait, there's 5?
Hampton showed up to just say that he wasn't involved in anything.
Was he involved?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure and keep tabs so I can say, hey, when we cut this letter. I would typically in a use of force, I would stop the video and restart it automatically, but he's in the back of the car kicking and acting like that. I'm going to let it roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a simple reckless driving. I mean, he was doing, when I clocked that whole group, they were doing between 60 and 65. Yeah. And he was the one, like we talked about, like literally right before that. How can you tell when somebody's going faster than everybody else? And then what did he do? He flew right through that group, like literally cut 2 people off. I thought he was going to hit one. I'm like, go, go, go. And then he did the same thing here. Hey, so we end up having a use of force on this guy. He's not the most cooperative person. He's back here kicking the door, but he's got a gash on his head. His head's on this side of the...
You say the word. Say the word.
Upside down. Yeah, we're straight.
I'm going to get 98.
Were you involved?
Yeah.
You got stayed. Yeah, I know. As much as we love that, they're going to make you cut a letter. Even if all you did was assist with handcuffs. Is anybody hurt, by the way? Everybody good? Huh?
What did he do?
Yeah, I would agree with Taste auditors. Laugh like hell. If a wine bottle is recorked, I would assume it would have to be put in the trunk of the car to be legal.
He's been drinking. He was driving reckless at Down University. I took him out of the vehicle, walked him back, was going to have him have a seat. He told her she didn't have no ID or nothing, and then I've asked if he was been drinking. When he turned and looked at me, I could smell alcohol on him. Walked him back here, told him I was going to have him have a seat. And he wasn't going to lie. I'm like, you're going to have a seat. And basically, long story short, we went ahead and put handcuffs on him. He kept grabbing our door. She couldn't open it. So I went ahead and I was like, we're just going to put him in handcuffs. He didn't want to open the door and have a seat. So, hey, I got an ambulance here for you. They're going to look at your head. You want to face this way so they can look at your head?
I'm Rick.
Okay.
You're a liar, bro.
All right.
This case is thrown out. You're a fucking liar.
Well, if I'm a liar, let the medical look at you.
Come on.
Just stay in the car, please. Hey, sit in the car, please.
Dude, drug my head through the motherfucking country for nothing. Situation with my kid.
You did that to yourself, but
yeah.
Real talk.
I don't know if the cut itself is that bad.
Dude, drug my head through the motherfucking country for nothing. Yes, I need the ambulance to look at the cut.
Hang out for a second. We're going to clean you up.
Yeah, appreciate it. Dude, right there. What's your,
sit down, please.
What's your badge number?
Sit down, 476.
What's your badge number?
I already told you. 476.
What is your badge? No, you haven't.
Second time I said it.
Sit back. What's your badge number?
Stay in the car, please.
476. I heard it.
What is your badge number?
476. That's the third time I told you.
Who?
I don't want anyone accidentally.
What is your badge number?
I told you 3 times.
What is your badge number?
476. 476.
What's your name?
Johannes.
Johannes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Put your feet back in the car.
I ain't got to.
Yeah, you do.
I know.
Oh, God. Now he's again resisting.
All right.
And he just said, I know my rights again.
When you pull my video, make sure your parole officer's aware of your blatant disregard for anything.
Say what?
You refuse to cooperate every time.
I refuse to cooperate every time.
Sure.
I refuse to cooperate.
Do not step back out this car.
Hey, you want me to clean your face up?
Please do.
Okay, don't get out of the car, okay?
Listen, this is what I have the right to do. I have the
clean your
right
head-
to
I'm gonna
have
clean
my
your head
face
up.
cleaned up.
I know, that's what I'm
Because
gonna
they drug
do.
my head for nothing.
She's going to clean you up, but do not get out of the car.
Your zero badge is 076.
All right, sit back for me so I can clean your head up.
Johannes, this is what I promise you.
Thank you, Thomas, for the one gift a month.
Shift the influence.
I'm listening. My job.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, yes, sir.
Your job, I got you. Yes, sir.
Am I trying to escape you?
No, you're fine.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Because my feet are hanging out of the car.
I see it. I see the
You
wound.
see that, don't you?
I do.
Okay. But do you see the wound?
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm about to clean it up.
If they would have told me what I was being detained for, then I would have cooperated.
41, 24, 3. This?
I wouldn't.
All right, let me see.
Hey, hold on.
Hey,
Just relax and let her clean you up real quick, and then you can talk to the police.
Hey, we'll be happy to talk to you.
What's your number? What's your number?
I got a flashlight.
Yeah.
318.
Oh, my iPhone flashlight's not good enough for you?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
All right, let me see. Hold on.
This is what I promised you. Yeah, I heard from you again. This is what I promised.
Hold on, let me get this one off.
Hey, tell me all about it, but stay with her.
Me again, I promise you.
Stay with her, please.
Do you hear me?
I hear you, but quit moving so she can clean you up.
Please focus on you getting medical attention, sir. You can demand that you're going to have me fired later, but I would appreciate it if you attended to getting medical attention.
You will hear from me again.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Loosen these cuffs just
She can't touch the cuffs. She's just medical.
Put your foot in for me, okay? I gotta close this door and talk to him. Figure out what we're doing, okay?
Why I'm doing
Put this foot in. Put this foot in.
Why are you asking the EMT about why you're being detained, man? Oh, yeah. That's right. You're drunk.
I gotta close this door.
Listen, I need to know why.
Sir, the medic has asked you to put your foot in.
I don't have no problem with it.
Well, then put your foot in, please, so they can close the door.
I need to know why I'm doing this.
I told you I'd explain everything to you. I already have. I already have.
Can you tell me?
Yes, in just a minute. All right.
Itty bitty cut. Not
All right.
bad.
Okay. We can put a Band-Aid on it then.
Hey, I don't even think it really needs it.
The jail will
I
want
brought
one.
this over.
The jail
You
will
want to
want
wrap
one.
it? I'll wrap it.
No.
You want like just a
I don't know if the
Band-Aid?
Band-Aid will stick.
Okay.
That's why I brought
Pretty
this.
wet.
So
But I don't
it's
know
really
if
up
that's
to.
not
He's talking about your sweat.
I'm not sweating.
Yeah, you
I
are.
don't even sweat, bro.
Gotcha. Okay.
Listen, I don't sweat.
Do you want me to wrap it up?
No, because
Well, if you want me to.
it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Excuse me now. Excuse me now. Black lady.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, we're good.
You got his information?
No, you might ask him real quick. Maybe he'll be nice to y'all and I can copy it. Because he told her he didn't have to copy it.
I don't have one. Can you tell me the contract?
Contract.
Love, like LOW or LOW?
One-time contract, and you are at Hope in Ashton, right?
See if you can get an address and phone number while you're talking to him so they'll cooperate.
What I need to know is what it is.
Hey, what's your address? 92220. Sorry, say it again.
Mandy, hold the fort while I'm gone. I'll be right back.
You at a house? What's the zip code? 01.
Your phone number.
You said it's an email to intake.
That'll be a question for the police. We're just medical. What's a good number for you?
Yeah, he said that's where it's been emailed.
When they get done here, we're going to go ahead and roll up the window so we can talk to Sarge. Okay.
I mean, again, that would be a question for them. Yeah, we're just here for your medical concerns.
No, but what I'm saying is, I've been drugged to the motherfucking cave for no reason at all. I'm requesting that if I didn't have, I'm requesting the dad.
Well, I've got a supervisor here, James.
Where is he at?
Right here.
James, I'm the supervisor.
You guys okay? Yeah, we're straight. We had to call him. He's got a minor scrape on his head.
I'm Sergeant Plunkett. Plunkett?
I just released a what?
Colonel.
Okay, we'll check on that in just a second. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you injured?
I'm not after being injured by what?
Okay, where are you injured? On your forehead?
Yes, sir.
Let me get that out. Okay, I just can't see it. It's dark and the lights are hitting me the other way. I got you. Mind if I take a picture real quick?
What'd I miss? Nothing much?
Okay. Give me just a second. We're going to get those cuffs readjusted and make sure they're okay. Okay? All right. I will be dealing with you in just a second. Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Told me while I was being arrested before they beat on me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I won't have it.
Okay. I'll be right back with you, okay? Fine.
Go ahead and roll that back window up for a minute. Turn the rear air on for him if it ain't already. Making sure. Sarge, this is what we're talking about right here.
So they have the sergeant on scene, and Sarge, this is what we've been dealing with for the last 20 minutes.
He's been doing it the whole time. Roll the window. Go back and roll the window down for him. Hey, if anything, we can get Sarge just to stand over here and keep him preoccupied while we sit in the back. Do you want me to stop my video and restart it real quick? We have not done it because we've been doing this the whole time.
I want to do it after. Hey, man. I'm trying to get.
First of all,
okay. I'm trying to. Okay, good. But listen to me. If you kick the window, I can't do anything to help you.
I'm not kicking
you just kicked my window. Okay, well, the bars hit the window. Okay, let's stop kicking anything.
I'm not.
Okay?
If they loosen these cuffs.
That's what I'm trying to do, but now I'm trying to talk to you and get you to quit kicking stuff. I would love to get them to
listen to you.
Okay, I want you to turn and face that way.
I'm not stupid.
Turn and face that way so you can adjust the cuffs.
Whose cuffs are these? You come work these real quick. You come work these. You're already involved anyways. Hey, by the way, I did the 2 fingers on the
Just transport him.
I'm gonna have a hard time doing Dewey on him like this.
Dewey?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know what you got. I haven't even had to.
I know. He's been drinking. I just tried to detain him. He grabbed the door and tried to keep the door from opening. I grabbed his arm. He tensed up. I went to put him in a pair of cuffs, and then he didn't. He locked out and didn't want to go in cuffs.
Let's transport him to the hospital and do blood.
Can't do blood. Can't force him to do it. I'll do a urine draw. But
James Lowe was charged with DWI refusal, disorderly, resisting arrest, attempt to influence, and numerous other traffic violations. Harvick. Really, Arkansas police activity? Harvick violations. Attempt to influence. I don't even no idea what that is, actually.
I got no paperwork. I got to go print everything off. Is the problem, right?
Anybody have paperwork with Hey,
we don't have to do blood draw. We can do a urine at the hospital. We don't have to do it at the, or we can do it at the jail.
Won't show BAC, will it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, urine shows BAC because when they do dead bodies, they inject into the bladder and pull it. No, when they do they draw from the bladder for alcohol and drugs.
They also take the bladder.
Y'all got some Coban?
I get that
I've got to read him as Act 106 before I can do anything, so I need to get a copy of it. Let me see if I've got, unlock this trunk, need to see if I got anything. Oh, we were going to loosen him up. He started kicking again when we walked over. Hey, you got your ACIC up?
I got it.
Start pulling his information.
Unlock the car.
Hey,
Unlock the computer.
bottom of the, it's low, like Lowe's without the S.
I've already got it pulled up.
That's what I said. And can we run him? Make sure he's got no active locals while we're doing it. And then, yeah, go from there.
You want these bandages?
Yeah, just in case. I did on
That's
camera.
reply correct.
Hey, listen, I did on camera, shoved 2 fingers up between his wrist and his vein, okay, and they were perfectly fine, and I made sure to capture that.
I got you.
So the officer obviously knows what he's doing, and so at least he could make sure that he captures that on video. Say, hey, it's not that tight. I was able to put 2 fingers through the cuffs, so you know, let's not get it twisted. So at least the officer understood that.
He's just
very clearly.
Yes. And, Scoggins double check to make sure they all got taken.
Confuse him because of his head.
We're going to the hospital, right?
Right. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Okay. So
more than likely, but it's just a minor scrape.
Oh, I know.
Doesn't even need a Band-Aid.
My man's getting a workout in.
Sarge, how about this? If I can get somebody just to go to the jail with me, babysit, we can run to 12th Street. I'll print all the paperwork off and go right back. It's at UAMS.
That's fine.
Cool beans?
Who else was here?
Or actually, I tell you what, let's go to Baptist. They're a whole lot quicker.
Who else was here? We got to go to UMS for the prisoner. It's not a choice.
Okay.
Saludos, Vera.
If he's involved, take him so you don't try to.
Yeah. You want to follow us? Once we get inside, you babysit. We'll run to 12th Street and print everything off.
Reset your cameras right now.
All right. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Camera up here. This one is the master controller. You cool with him not being seat belted because he's
not going to cooperate with this.
All right.
You want to show all the way?
Yeah, he's just going to break it, and then he's going to catch a felony. All right, let's go.
All right. I mean, all right. Oh, I didn't realize it ended that way. But again, they said that they were found exonerated for any sort of use of force. So, all right, we got one more to go for the evening. This is from Long Crime. It is U.S. Chicken Titan CFO caught completely disoriented in a young woman's bed. And by Chicken Titan, you mean the CFO of Tyson. The CFO of Tyson. Yeah. No audio so far. Shout out to he wanted me to make sure I shouted him out, so I'm gonna do that. What's it? Cerebral Tackle. Thank you for posting this on the video suggestions channel on my Discord. If you're not a member of my Discord, go ahead and fix that by joining my Discord. Basically, what we're watching is the CFO of a multi-million-dollar company deciding to pass out in a random woman's bedroom.
Hey, Mr. Tyson.
Oh my God, he's got the last name. Oh my God.
Bayville Police Department. You're not in your house.
Hey, what's going on?
John.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
John.
He's about to fall
wake up and talk to me before I drag you out here butt naked.
He's going right back to sleep. What the hell? Just drag his ass out.
John. Bayville Police Department. You have two options. Either one is you sit up and put your clothes on, or two, you go to jail just like you are right now.
All right. Take him to jail.
All right. Put your hands behind your back. No. Hands behind your back.
Yo.
Bayville Police Department. This isn't your house.
Yeah. Hey,
hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Whoa.
You're under arrest. Relax. Put your hands behind your back. There you go. Relax.
Ow.
Chill.
What do you need me to do?
Cuffs.
Ow.
Go around my other side.
Oh.
Relax. John,
Relax.
stop. You're under arrest. Keep your feet towards me.
He's worth. I knew he was at least 9 figures. 3 billion sounds about right. I mean, that's how big Tyson is. I'm not surprised about that.
John, stop. You're under arrest for going to jail.
I mean, my first question is why this house in particular?
Okay, now.
Where is he?
Take your feet up towards me.
Thank you.
Come on.
Are you serious, Woodwork? I mean, I would say Tyson and Purdue are probably the number 1 and number 2, like, chicken suppliers in the country.
John.
Let's go, John. I'm going to sleep.
No, you're not. You're going to jail.
Your house.
You're in the wrong house. The girl who lives here doesn't know you. Came home to find you asleep in her bed.
They've been this blasted before. You really don't understand until what's going on until much later.
You go with this officer. Let's go. I'll grab his belongings. Go with him.
Yes, sir.
How did he get into the house? No, I've not hit a low point to where I've gotten so wasted that I ended up passing out at a random person's house without permission.
Let's go. Move. All right, John, you got some stairs. Be careful, all right? Can I go for you real quick? No, you can't.
Brad, I want to make sure that you understand. You know that too, for sure. Shut up, vintage.
No, I turned on the lights.
I'm going to pee real quick.
I did see that Hezo. That in a recent investor call, he apologized to investors in the phone call for his episode.
Yes, sir.
You mind just hanging here and hanging out with him?
Yeah.
Make sure we got all his property.
Sit back.
car lock?
Yeah, should be.
Is he passed out or? Once again, drunk magic had a church actually put me up for the night after finding me inside. Never figured out how I got in. Oh my God, Link. Damn.
I'll let you borrow mine since I borrowed yours.
I've got an extra set.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I doubt it. I don't think he knows what's going on, Deacon. I think for all he knows, he's being kidnapped by aliens. I mean, that's how freaking drunk he is at this point.
Set of handcuffs on you.
I don't have another one in my bag.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna take him to a safe but not nearly as comfortable place to sleep.
Okay. I don't know if he's sitting there pulling pretty hard on him. He's gonna fucking hurt himself, but he's being a jackass. So.
He's the great grandson of the founder. That's about right. I'd actually be curious about the police report to figure out how the hell he actually got inside the house. But that's the end of it. And I'm gonna leave it there. Before it gets a little bit too crazy. Those were the videos that y'all recommended to me, and they were pretty good, I'll admit. Some wild moments. But yeah, I think this is where I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be playing some video games into the evening. Omega. Okay, so on that note, Omega, I will be doing Ragnarok marathons, several hour streams with Ragnarok this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday. So definitely look for that. Because I want to try and beat Ragnarok before I leave for vacation. I'm heading back down to Texas to see family. So I will be going whole hog into Ragnarok Saturday and Sunday. Archer, what? Archer. Hold on. Archer. All right, before I leave, I'll see if I can grab one of them. Hold on. All right, there you go. Thought I was getting food, right? All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys when I see you. If you don't see me, look for me on my gaming channel, Artie's gaming channel, where I play my God of War. And yeah, take care, guys. Have a good one.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to Discover. I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories.
Thank you for the $2 tip, Anonymous.
Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye, country road.
Thank you, Kat.
Take me